Alright, so I'm making a follow-up video to the last video I posted on the dev server, talking about the F2A. I definitely called it overpowered a lot, and I just, for the sake of not spreading misinformation, I just wanted to say that I think that the F2A does actually fit quite nicely within its bracket, and it is not as OP as I thought. It was actually, honestly, due to a lot of pilot error, I've never claimed to be a duelist or anything. Both of me and Trepkos are not duelists by any means. We just play the game a lot, and I even have more hours than Trepkos, so it's not even apples to apples. It's not even fair to say that. We just wanted to really show you guys the planes because we're just excited about it, and the way we were flying led me to believe that it is good, and it is a good plane. Don't get me wrong; it is a really good plane. And also, what we've learned from this test is that this is a very user-friendly plane. You guys are not going to have any trouble, especially if you're not a good pilot, to be able to pick this plane up and do a lot better than you normally do. This might be the plane for you. So that, that needs to be said. You guys are a little shit sometimes in the comments, but that's fine. It's the freaking internet. And like I said, I like that you guys can leave comments and actually say stuff. And I mean, it helps me be informed. It helps you guys be informed. It's good stuff. And like I said, it's the spirit of YouTube. I wanted to point out one other thing too, is I noticed in a typical 1v1 fight that you might be, used to seeing from your favorite YouTuber, they do have gun timers on, and I never thought about that. And I was also playing in a manner to where I had to hurry up and point my nose at him, especially if we went one circle on the merge, because I needed to get my nose pointed at him, so therefore we considered it a head-on, and he couldn't shoot at me. Otherwise, I'm just a target on the first turn, and this plane can sure as hell cash out and go for that first turn shot, which, probably more realistic, to be honest with you, but that's not the nature of the duel, and a lot of you guys kind of got upset about that. But yeah, so we didn't run like typical dueling rules. We just said no head-ons in the merge. What I did do for you guys is Willie Walrus. I reached out to him and did some dogfights with him. If you're familiar with this kid, he's so freaking good at this game. I mean, he is really good, top-notch player. I mean, glazing aside, he's got some pretty gnarly videos on his channel, and he's just a really good duelist. So I'm gonna show you that, and I'm gonna show you, I'll be honest with you, me not getting any kills, and just to prove to you that this plane is not unbeatable, and yeah, you can enjoy just watching me get shit on.
Stalls should be a little harder for you to do because, again, you got like no thrust. But I don't know. I mean, that just means you can't go up forever. I think you still probably have.
I felt you lining up, but I felt like I had a lot more energy going up. I just didn't want to get in front of your guns right there, to be completely honest with you. I felt like the Eurofighter was kind of tough with the button on. I felt like I found myself turning it off, just turning on really quickly to maybe like come around the top of a circle.
Yeah, so the tech is that actually pressing any button on any plane is kind of grief if you're trying to do anything. Yeah, minimal button usage is the way to go.
Right. A lot of that's probably a good example of some bad habits that I've developed, because it's like I can pull that on my buddy, but it just has no place in an actual like competitive fight.
I mean, there is a time and a place for a button, obviously. But
yeah. Oh yeah. But just my over usage. Jesus. And here comes the Typhoon around the top with canards.
So here I press the button and sort of points at you, but it's not really particularly aimable when you're doing that.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, I don't need a rudder. I'm turning. can't cobra like that. What so when you say passive lines for fighting the Gripen, like, okay, so for an example, I take the high speed rate fight off the rip, which seems to buy me a little more time. So then at this point, I'm just trying to dodge your nose for the one shot that you do get to pull.
You need to merge at enough speed so that you can spend a lot of it early on, which you do have to do. Spend your speed very early on to pull like a really strong passive line, sort of lag pursuit. And force me to like lose all my speed basically. And then you've got to hope you're going fast enough after that to
which I'm not.
do stuff, because it's the F2 is not great at building speed because it's got kind of doo-doo thrust away. At least from really slow. You get faster with thrust, it's quite good, but until about 600 Ks, it's worse than Block 10 in terms of building speed.
Really?
Yeah.
So hypothetically, we're in a dead even, like just a dead even rate fight, right? And so basically, I'm just trying to fight for that position. Is it just worth it to go ahead and just almost not extend, but extend your circle to get to that point right away instead of? It
depends. Is the answer to that question?
It just depends on what your opponent's doing.
You don't want an egg G in situations where the other guy has like mountains of angle on you, because in widening your circle, you're just going to let them turn it in for you. But also, you know, you might have to win from there. It's nuance, and it's one of the most important, at least for F16 and friends, one of the more important things to be able to do quite well if you want to duel at a higher level.
Right. Because like I just don't even feel like I have the room to beat your turn circle here, you know?
Yikes.
Oh fuck.
So yeah, F2 versus J10 is another one of those sort of Gripen situations where you'll have to run around in a rate circle for like.
I would say I absolutely struggled with the.
Yeah, this kind of matchup where it's like the pointing plane versus the rate plane is like a massive skill check.
Yeah, for sure.
Generally, it's quite big beacon for some guys saying X, Y, Z, X beats Y, and it's a pointing plane versus a rate plane, and they're saying that because they have never fought anyone who has a clue. That's quite good what you've done there. It's a decent line.
Yeah, I've held some decent speed too. I didn't cash in. Yeah, pre-flare.
Those don't really do anything at that range anyway.
Yeah, no, seriously. I don't even think the missile starts tracking before fucking...
I mean, you can see here I'm just like spamming the button and then sort of hopeless attempts. Because this is like mega lost position for J10.
Wow, I was going to try to cash in there, and I did for a second, and I totally regret it. Jesus Christ.
You've got to be careful waiting too long to cash, because if you sort of sit below, then you let the guy counterattack. Thanks for deals.
No, I appreciate it, man. We honestly we talked about getting this in forever ago, so
Yeah.
it's
But
official.
like basically the takeaway here is F2 sort of sits around Gripen level, possibly slightly better, possibly slightly worse. We don't know, but it might get buffed. So look forward to that.
Yeah. And of course, once again, thanks to Willie for dropping some knowledge and the duels. Of course, we want to bring the best content to you guys. So feel free to call me out if I do say something wrong. I appreciate it. First of all, it's a free comment for me, and you get to tell me how you feel. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe for more dev server content. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'll see you guys in the next one, and fly safe.